Hello, Georgia. By the way, there's no way we lost Georgia. There's no way. That was a rigged election.
Fresh from trying to coerce Georgia's top voting official to flip the state's election results, the denier-in-chief continued his delusional rant last night, this time to a crowd of the faithful, though they didn't need persuading.
Donald Trump has arrived on stage here for what will very likely be his last big rally as president. Not that he's accepted he's lost, and nor have the thousands of adoring fans who packed in here to cheer him on.
They're still fighting a battle that Trump has already lost. But it's the crucial Senate election in Georgia today that, even with Joe Biden as president, will determine which party holds the ultimate power in America.
This could be the most important vote you will ever cast for the rest of your life. It really could be. And it could be your last chance to save the America that we love.
Good morning. Yeah, you here to vote?
Today's election is for Georgia's 2 Senate seats. If the Democrats win both, they and the Republicans will hold 50 seats each. And the Vice President, Kamala Harris, will cast the deciding vote in critical policy decisions over the economy, climate change and healthcare that the Republicans could otherwise block.
Last day to vote, bro. Let everybody know. Last day to vote.
To win would give Joe Biden ultimate power, what Trump and his supporters fear the most.
They're trying to steal it, but I don't think that they will get away with it.
And you will continue to be a Donald Trump supporter?
Absolutely.
For how long?
Till death.
Crooked, that's all there is to it. They're crooked. Stole this election, and Georgia is fighting mad. Hey, if they don't let him have presidency, there'll be a civil war.
Yeah, let's change that.
I love my president. I hope he stays in office.
Do you think that it's time to accept the fact that maybe he's lost?
No, that's saying that there was no cheating going on. We all know there was, right?
We pray that he's our president again. We love him. We came here from Tennessee to support him.
Do you not believe that he lost the election?
No, he won the election.
Are you sure?
I believe so, yes. Yes, they cheated.
Hello, hello, hello.
Down the road, Joe Biden found himself in the rare position of agreeing with Donald Trump.
The power is literally in your hands. Unlike any time in my career, one state can chart the course, not just for the next 4 years, but for the next generation.
That's some pressure riding on these shoulders, the 2 Democratic candidates Joe Biden has helped raise record sums for. Reverend Raphael Warnock, who serves in the same church where civil rights icon Martin Luther King used to preach.
And if you send me to the Senate, every single day I'll have Georgia on my mind.
And 33-year-old John Ossoff, a former journalist and congressional aide who'd become the youngest sitting U.S. senator if elected.
Atlanta, we just have a few hours left. I'm asking you to dream about what's possible.
They're up against first Kelly Loeffler.
Hello, Georgia!
The incumbent Republican senator and former wealthy businesswoman who's hoping Trump's endorsement will help, not hinder, her bid for power.
Please.
And David Perdue, the other Republican candidate isolating due to COVID exposure, who issued the now standard health warning.
The people of Georgia will determine if our children in America will live under an oppressive socialist government or continue to enjoy the freedom that we all cherish so deeply.
He was preaching to the Trump converted, still praying for a last-minute miracle, all dressed up, but with a sinking realization there may be nowhere left to go.
Earlier, I spoke to the political strategist Latosha Brown. She's the co-founder of Black Votes Matter and a former fellow of Harvard University's Institute of Politics. I began by asking her what impact President Trump's attempt to overturn the election result in his favor would have on the race there in Georgia.
You know, it's actually criminal. I am so frustrated with him on so many levels, but more than that, I am very disappointed with the Republican Party because they are complicit. They have coddled him, they've protected him, they've actually really supported this criminal behavior. The President of the United States does the most anti-democratic thing that one can do, right? He literally asked an official, which is illegal, to cheat for him. I just think that he should be impeached again. I know he only has a couple of days left in office, but it doesn't matter that he is not above the law. Criminal charges should come against him immediately. The second thing, though, is that on yesterday, I got a phone call from a voter who was supposed to go back to work on yesterday. She called me and said, I just wanted to let you know that I am volunteering. I took a day off because I'm so frustrated with what I saw with Donald Trump, that he is literally trying to discount and disfranchise the people of Georgia, and I'm not having it.
Latosha Brown, I can see that you're on fire on this issue, but the big question is, are people who are having to vote effectively in a runoff election where often the turnout is very low, are they on fire?
So while I am on fire, obviously it's catching because there are a whole bunch of other people that have been on fire as well. And what we're seeing is historic records that have already been broken. We've already broken the record in the state of Georgia of turnout in a runoff election. And so I think we will continue to see that trend today on Election Day. This is a remarkable turning point for the state of Georgia. I've often been saying this, that it's not that the states are red or blue. It's not that what we've seen compounded voter suppression over the years, and we saw a disengaged electorate. When you look at the state of Georgia, when you look at even those who are in office in the Senate right now, it's not reflective of the people of Georgia. It's not reflective of the diversity of Georgia. It's not reflective of the Democratic base of Georgia. And so what we're seeing is more people in the state of Georgia be engaged in the process. And what you're going to start seeing is you're going to see a more reflective democracy because more people are being engaged and inspired and motivated to be more active in the electoral process.
Are these two Democrat candidates going to win for the Senate?
Well, I will tell you, I think that what you will see is this is going to be a nail biter. This is a state that historically has been a solid red state. And so there's a lot to overcome. But I feel pretty confident that in this election, if there's any time that this would be a possibility of happening, it's now. And so I'm actually believing that it is going to happen. I think we're going to have two new Democratic senators for the state of Georgia, the first time that we've had that in almost 3 decades. But we're still got work to do. I don't take any vote for granted. I think until all voters are counted, all votes are not counted. So that's why as soon as I get off this with you, we're going back out in communities and we're doing the work all day today, and we're continually going to grind until the very last minute that the polls close. My grandfather used to say, until the pain of staying the same becomes greater than the pain of change, you will never change. The bottom line is that I think in America, the fragility of democracy has been exposed, that we're seeing the weakness of many of the systems here. I don't think that there is a go back to. I think what we have to do is move forward. And so what I am hoping that there will be an evolution of democracy in this country. There will be a strengthening of democracy in this country, that what we've seen in the fragility of democracy, that we will actually address that.
Latosha Brown, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.